Welcome back once again. Welcome to Data Drive Insights, which we called DDI. Also, with your favorite analyst, your favorite data and financial analyst, Adeleye Olalekan. Follow me in today's lecture, and the section is tagged Look Up Family. Look Up Family. So we have the Lookup family, and the Lookup family consists of the V lookup, the H lookup, and the X lookup. Then again, I will also try to include index and match. Index and match. Because index and match nested together can also perform the lookup family tasks. So let's move down to what I have for us today. So let's start with the lookup function data 1. Lookup function data 1. So firstly, it is better we understand when we said the lookup family. What are we dealing with? From the word the lookup family, let's go to Google again. I know Google is our favorite search engine. So let's go back to Google. Then search for lookup family. Or let's just search for lookup functions. So you can see the lookup functions is categorized under Excel lookup and reference function. The function perform a rough match lookup either in one row or one column, range and return the corresponding values from another one row or another one column range. So it's as simple as that. So let me just break it down. What happens is that lookup does it best. For instance, if you have a customer ID you want to search for from your real source data, let's say you work in the sales department. You work in the sales department and your team lead gave you a customer ID, and you are meant to bring in all the transactions the customer has made with your company. How do you do that? You are meant to use a lookup family, or you work as an analyst and in your firm you are given a specific data and you are asked to look for correlated or related data related to that specific column. So what are you meant to do again? You are meant to use a lookup family. So today I believe if you don't understand the lookup functions, you are in the right place to get the best explanation you can so far. So follow me as I explain the lookup function. So again, firstly, let's start from the cover sheet. So firstly, again, I welcome you to Data Drive Insights. Now, what we are treating today is just very short, which we tag the VLOOKUP, the HLOOKUP, the XLOOKUP. We have the index, the match, the index match, the index match. So let me just click on this and go to the VLOOKUP. So now we are in the VLOOKUP function. We're in the VLOOKUP function. So again, let's go back to our description. Come back to the upper part where we have the FX symbol. Click on the FX symbol, then search for VLOOKUP. Even without searching, we can see from the recent or the select function. So if you click on that, you can also get a better explanation and have insights how the argument should be arranged. You can see again it states that looks for the VLOOKUP looks for a value in the leftmost column of a table. One, take note of that. And then return a value in the same row from a column you specified. By default, the table must be sorted in an ascending order. So you can see this is giving us some shortcoming if you are following through. The first thing is that whenever you want to use the VLOOKUP function, you must ensure that your look value is located in the leftmost column. Mm, do that always stand still? No. That means sometimes if you are looking for a data that starts in the middle of your data set or in the middle of your source data, you won't be able to look for it. You won't be able to make use of VLOOKUP. That is a shortcoming. To me, I feel that is not right, and that led to, for every shortcoming there is always a new development, and that's what led to X lookup and index match. We will get there. Don't rush things. I believe you are following through the process. So let's first understand VLOOKUP. So it means if you want to find anything related to or use anything related to VLOOKUP, you must have this kind of scenario where your lookup value must be the first leftmost column of the table, like what we are seeing here. Our team is the leftmost column of our table. Our team is the leftmost column of our table, right? And our other data are what? To the right. So that is the condition, and if that condition is met, it means we can use the VLOOKUP. So again, what are the things we need to put together to achieve this? So looking at the VLOOKUP, you will observe that we have it in this format. It says lookup value after our opening brackets, the lookup value, after the lookup value, a comma to go to the next argument. Now the next argument is now talking about table of array. What is your source data? That is what the table of array is all about. Then the next argument or the next statement says column index number, meaning which column did you want to return? Is it column 1? Is it column 2? In your selected data. Then the last part is now talking about range lookup. Are you looking for exact match? Are you looking for approximate match? So follow through again as I explain in details using a practical illustration. So here let's start with country. So we have equals to start our function, then type VLOOKUP. So once you start pressing the VLOOKUP, Excel does its best to what? To suggest that okay, is this what you want? If yes, just press your tab. Once you press your tab, it's type in full for you. So I work smartly. So though some people call it laziness, but when you are lazy sometimes it might be part of what? Being smart. It might be part of being smart. So after you've pressed the tab, it comes with what? An open bracket. Now let's follow through the process. Now the first thing you need to do is insert your lookup value. What do you want to look for? In this kind of scenario, what we want to achieve is very simple. You can see we have team here, and the team and the first thing below the team is what? Liverpool. Before we start this, let's understand the objective. The objective is very simple. We want to look for the country in which Liverpool is located in the source data. Also, we want to look for the country in which Borussia is located in the source data. How can we get this? So the objective is as simple as that. We are looking for the team in which Liverpool and Borussia Dortmund. We are looking for the country in which Borussia and Liverpool is located. It's as simple as that. So how do we get that? Let's continue with our VLOOKUP function. Tab. Then what you need to do, make use of your navigations. So let's start with our left navigation. So after pressing the left navigation, it highlights what? The lookup value, which is Liverpool. It highlights the lookup value, which is Liverpool. So meaning that we are looking for Liverpool, comma, to move to the next table of array. So the next, which is table of array, is now stating what is our source data. What is our source data? So this entirely is our source data. The data we have here, you can decide to highlight the table header or the column header. It's just left to you, but let's highlight it right now. So once you've highlighted it, put a comma. After putting a comma, then the next thing is column index number. What the column index number says that from your highlighted cell, which region do you want to return? Do you want to return column 1, which is the team? Do you want to return column 2, which is the Champions League? Do you want to return game played, which is what? Which is do you want to return column 3, which is the game played column? Do you want to return the point end, which is what? The fourth column, then also the country. Are we together? What we want to return is what? Is column 5, which is the country. Then after you've done that, press your comma again. How do I know that is column 5? It is very simple. Just start from the first highlighted region, which is team. This is 1. We count the first one as 1, count the second one as 2, count the game played as 3, count the point end as 4, then count the country as 5, right? Then after that, you can see we are having the range lookup. Is talking about, are you looking for approximate match? What approximate match means? That something similar to, see it as that. The approximate match means something similar to, while exact match mean you are looking for exactly what? Liverpool. If you can see exactly Liverpool in that team column, which is column 1, then give us the country it is located. So you can easily type false or use a boolean data to change that to numerical data. What I mean by that is very simple. So 1 stand for true, while 0 stand for false. So the proxy for true is 1 numerically, while the proxy for false is what? 0 numerically. So you can use 0, then close the brackets and press OK. Then you should have your answer. You can see we have England right now. So again, what you need to do right now is very simple. You can also try the formula again, or just copy what you have here by highlighting and pressing Ctrl C. Then come down here and press Ctrl V. So once you press Ctrl V, don't click enter yet. We need to do some little editing. So we need to change the J4 from J4 to J5. So it highlights Borussia, meaning that now we are looking for the country in which Borussia is located, the team named Borussia. Then press enter. So after you've done that, it's very simple as that. After you've done that, you can see we are having Germany. So again, let's try to fill the Champions League region. This also is very simple. You've copied already, just press your Ctrl V. So leave this lookup value at J4. Leave your table of array, don't alternate anything. All you need to do is just alternate the column index number, because our Champions League column is located in column 2. So change that to column 2 and press enter. So after you've done that, also is very simple. Just come down again, what you've copied, just paste it here. I would have done that easily by using referencing, but I don't want to overwhelm my subscribers with too much information. Don't worry, in our next video I am going to explain referencing in details for you, so you don't need to keep editing the formula if you need to fill to the right. All you just need to do is just make use of proper referencing, and the referencing will guide you to and make your work go faster and you work smartly. I am a preacher of working smartly, not working hard. So follow me. So again, from what we have here, once again, all you need to do is just change this again back to 2. Then you can see that both Liverpool and Borussia does not play in Champions League. So I guess something is wrong. Again, Borussia played in Champions League based on our source data. So what is happening here is that our lookup value is still referencing Liverpool, so we have to change that again to J5. So you can see it's working. So now instead of doing copying and paste, I'm going to use reference here. So again, if you feel you are not comfortable with the reference again, don't worry, just pause the video, then go to our YouTube channel once again. Once you go to our YouTube channel, try to locate the video or the section for referencing. I've explained in details what we mean by absolute reference, relative reference, and mixed reference, which combines row reference and column reference. So here we need to use a column reference. So press your F4 to you have the dollar sign before J. Then again you come to the B3 to B to F12. This is meant to be absolute reference. It is meant to be absolute reference. So press your F4 again. So once you press your F4, you have the dollar sign before B, then you have the dollar sign after B. Same thing goes to F, same thing goes to 12. I might not explain in details, don't worry. Go to our reference section, referencing section. Watch the video, give it enough time, then also click on the like button, put some relevant comments, then also ensure you like and subscribe. So once you've done that, just press enter, then fill it down, then fill it to the right. How do you fill down? You just need to highlight it down and press Ctrl D. So once you've done that, also press highlight it to the right by using shift right navigation and pressing Ctrl R. It's still not working. What is not working? Well, yes, what we have here that is not working is changing what we have here. So you just need to change this to 3. That should work. Good. Again, we need to change this also to 3. I could have done that dynamically, but let's not overwhelm ourselves. I would have loved using match function to do that instead of using a static approach. So again, use 4, change it to 4. We have our point end to be 4. Then also change this to 4. So once we've done this, you can see we are seeing the same data. We'll be able to extract the information for the Liverpool and Borussia team. So you can see the data separately. I guess you understand. And if you don't understand, don't worry. In the lookup function data 2, I'm going to explain better once again using another data set. So again, let's continue. We have the H lookup. Now take note of something. The V lookup stand for vertical lookup, while H lookup stand for horizontal lookup. So right now what we need to do is make use of H lookup. So what is the difference between V lookup and H lookup? The difference is that you use V lookup for vertical related data, as we have here. You can see this is a vertical related data where you have your column header in columns, then your data are filled in rows, in row wise. And again, coming down here, you have it in an opposite manner. You have your row header as your what. You can see here we have column header, but here we have row header. So after the row header, then we have our data row wise. You have it column wise. Yes, we have it column wise. So after that, what do we need to do? We are given the same objective, but the VLOOKUP won't work for this kind of objective. Why would that not work? Because here we are dealing with an horizontal related data. So first thing you need to take note is that you have to know the kind of data you are dealing with, to know the kind of function you are meant to use. Is either the HLOOKUP or the VLOOKUP, but that does not hold in terms of XLOOKUP and nesting the index match together. So again, going further again, what you need to do here is just the country, just type HLOOKUP. We don't need to check the definition or the description. It works in the same manner, but just with different related data. So again, what do we need to do? Lookup value. What are we looking for? Again, we are looking for J6, reference J6, comma. our new table of array is all what we have here, which is h, which is d5 to h9. If you don't understand what we mean by d5 to h9, don't worry, we got you covered. Try to find our Excel introduction class where we explain the difference between cells, the difference between rows, and the difference between column. Then how does Excel recognize reference? How can you make static or dynamic reference? So let me not waste much of our time. Comma. So try to find that and check that. So after you've highlighted the table of array, the next thing you need to know is what is your row index number. What is your row? You can see for the vertical we are having what, column index number, but here we are having row index number. So again, you need to count in terms of rows. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 rows, and our country row is located in row 2 from our selected data. So you just type your row index number is 2. Then again, we are looking for exact match. Ensure that whenever you type a value, you put a comma. Take note of that. Then close your bracket and press enter. So you should have the value. As simple as that. You should always have the value. You should have the value. So once you have the value again, let's repeat the same thing for our Bruchel dot one. So for the sake of learning, we have h lookup, right? We are looking for the value located in J7, which is what? Let's do, which is let's delete this so we can see the value we are looking for, which is Borussia. Because our formula is covering that, we might not be able to see that. So we are looking for, just press your right navigation to reference it, which is J7. So we are looking for Borussia, which is located in J7 cell. Then our table of array, which is our table of array, is our source data. So highlight all your source data, which is D5 once again to H9, comma. Our row index number also is 2. Then we are looking for exact match. So we can see both teams are located in what? In Germany. And this is dynamically linked. So if you change this to Milan, automatically the country should also change. Also, if you change this to let's say we have Manchester, but ensure your spelling is correct. If your spelling is not correct, you usually have an NA error, which means not available. So once it's correct, you should always have your real value. You can see we're having England and Italy. So this is dynamically linked. That is the beauty of Excel. So once you change this, automatically all your data will change. So let's move down to Champions League. So under Champions League, what do you want to see? Let's not work being lazy. Let's try to work smart. So what do we need to do? Let's just fill this to the right, or let's copy the formula. So after copying the formula, press F2 to make the cell active. So once you press F2 to make the cell active, just press Ctrl V. Then ensure you have column reference right here by pressing your F4, column reference. Ensure your dollar sign is before J. Then press your F4 once here to ensure you are using absolute reference. Then change your row index number to 3. So fill this down. Once again, you should have the value. So it means both Manchester United and Milan played in Champions League that year. So again, let's fill this to the right and enjoy the workflow. Something is not right. So let's just copy, Alt ES, then paste this as formulas. Good. It's not copying that now it's not copying down. I'm coming. Alt ES. I want to remove the format. Yes. Now the format has been removed. Let's just fill this to the right. Then change the row index number from 3. This should be 4. Also this should be 4, because game played is located in column 4, in row 4. Is located in row 4. You can see if you start counting from team, you have 1, you have 2, you have 3, you have 4. Y point end is located in row 5. So let's just change our row index number to 5 right here and press enter. So you should have the point end by that team. So once you are done with H lookup. So to some extent, I believe right now you understand the H lookup, but don't worry, don't panic. You are going to use a larger data set, another data set, so you can have a broad understanding of H lookup. So let's move to X lookup. So now again, the shortcomings of VLOOKUP led to the arrival of X lookup, because H lookup and VLOOKUP has a shortcoming, and the shortcoming is as simple as your lookup value must start from the leftmost of your source data, which is not always right and it is not always ideal. So let me copy this and paste it here. Also, let's copy. I'm coming. I want something unique. So let's copy 64. 64 is unique here. Then let's paste it here for the point end. Then also we have 27. You know, this is not starting from. Let's try to delete this. Then fill this format to the right. Copy. Alt ES. Then paste as format. As formats. Good. So now in this kind of case, will VLOOKUP work? No, it won't. It won't. Let's try it. VLOOKUP. What are we looking for? Our lookup value is this. What's our table of array? This is our table of array. Then what is our index number? Our index number, we want to return the country, and our index number is 5, column index number. What are we trying to bring? We are checking if we can see exact match for 64. 0. You can see it's giving us any value, even when our formulas are absolutely right, which is not ideal. So one of the best things we can do is very simple. Very simple. So again, use the X lookup, which comes with the later version of Microsoft Excel. If you are not using Microsoft Office 2021 or using Microsoft Office 365, you might not have access to this X lookup function, and it is a very good and perfect function that you are meant to have. So you can also try to follow and download what the recent Microsoft Office 2021 or Microsoft Office 365 version, so you can be able to practice this. So again, we have X lookup. The first function there is asking, the first statement there is asking the lookup value. What's our lookup value? So the lookup value is this. We are looking for 64, comma. What is the array? This is the table of array. Once again, we want to check the point end table of array, yeah, ensure you highlight only that word colon, comma. Then again, what table of array do you want to return? This is the table of array I want to return, which is what? The country. So just try to highlight everything once again. Once you've done that, press your comma. If it is not found, what do you want to see? Ensure this is in double quote. So open your double quotes, then press n/a, meaning not available. But we shouldn't say that right now. Then what is the mode of your search? Are you looking for exact match or approximate match? From my end, I am looking for exact match, 0. And how do you want to search? I want to search from first to last. So press 1. And after you are done, just close your bracket and press enter. Now we have our team to be England. Now we are not trying to bring the country yet, so let's try to change from country, drag this to team. The first thing we need to change is team, which is D5 to D14. Then you can see it's working perfectly, it's working accurately. It's Manchester United that has the point end of 64. So again, what you need to do here is very simple. Just come to the formula bar here, fixed some reference. So once you've fixed some reference by using your F4, and again also let me come here, let me use column reference. Keep toggling your F4 till you are able to have your $ before n, then press enter. So once you are able to do that, just fill this down. You have hamburger, which has what? Hamburger has point end of 27. Copy, Alt ES, paste as format to remove the borderline. So now from there, what do we need to do? It's very simple. Let's just fill this to the right. So after filling to the right once again, the next thing to do is just change our return array, change that to H instead of D. H, then you should have England, then also fill this down, copy, Alt ES, ensure you paste that as format to remove that top borderline. So after you've done that, just fill to the right, then let's do the necessary editing. F2 once again, change this to, instead of H, our Champions League table is located in E, so change that back to E. Take note, Excel is not case sensitive, so you might type a lowercase e or capital letter E, it doesn't mean, it will surely work. So once we've done that again, also copy, Alt ES, ensure you paste that as formulas. So once you paste that as formulas, the same thing goes to what we have here. Just F2, change that from H once again. You are only editing the return array. So change the H to F. H to F. Then press enter. Then after you've done that, just copy, Alt ES to paste special, then paste as what? Paste as formulas, then press OK. So once you've done that, ensure you change the alignment once again. So once you've done that, you can see we have our data ready and perfect. So let's move down to match, index, and what? Index and match. So what does match return? It's very simple. Let's go again. Let's check our FX symbol. How does match works? So let's start from match. Click on go. So you can see we have match. Match returns the relative position of an item in an array that matches a specified value in a specified order. In simple terms, what that means is that the match function only returns a specific number for us. It's as simple as that. It only returns a specific number. Let's say for instance, let's copy this and paste it here. Assuming we don't know where Germany is located, the row or column number for Germany. So what we just need to do is just say match, look up for this value which is Germany, then ensure you are selecting just one column, don't select beyond one column, then highlight down one column. Once you highlight, again comma, ensure you put 0 in your match type to signify exact match, not less than or greater than, then close the bracket and press enter. So once you've done that, you can see it's telling us that Germany is located in what? In row 2, and we have more than one Germany. We have about 3 Germany, but Excel is what? Excel is calculated using from first to last. That is the default setting. It's just calculating. So if we change this to maybe Colombia, let's change that to Colombia, automatically we should have we can see it's changing to what? 5, meaning it can only located this 5. So once we change this also, it comes down to what? The number we have here. So match only brings back a specified number. It helps us calculate. So it helps us calculate and bring back, count and bring back what? The specified number of that text, where it is located in that source data. Is it row 1, is it row 2, is it row 3? So you start by counting from here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see it's working perfectly. So have it at the back of your mind is that match returns a number. It helps us look for a text number in a source data. So note that. Again, let's move down to index match. How am I navigating through using my cheat? I'm using my what? Control page up and page down. So once you've done that, once again, the next thing to do is very simple. Is move down to index match. Index match. So in our index match function, one of the things you need to know is that the index again brings back, if you can identify the number, it brings back the value. Note that. So let's come down to our insert function, search for index. You can see what we have here. It returns a value of or reference of the cell at the intersection of a particular row and column in a given range. If you are stating a particular row and column, but sometimes you might only need to specify just only column, you might only need to specify only what? Only rows. So let's start with the row and column. So if I tell Excel that okay equals index, then the first argument is array. So once you highlighted the table of array, press comma. Now you can see the next argument is row number and column number. So if you state row 4 column 2 or column 3, what it means that come to row 4, count by saying 1 from our selected, which is B4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is row 4. Then come to the second column, which is what? Under country. Then bring back the value we have there, or the reference we have there, which is Germany. So let me press enter and let's see the results. Now it's bringing no. Yes, this is not column 2, this is column 3, because we have row 4 column 3. So if we change that from column 3 to column 2, we should have Germany. You can see, we can see Germany. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So again, it only returns a specified numbers if you can identify what, identify the row number and the column number. So you can see that if we nest both our index function and our mass function together, we can have a bigger picture of what, something related to VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. So see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and tell a friend to always subscribe. Thank you.